What is up, folks? Welcome back to another live stream repair. Stefan, early, very first, quick and fast. Alright, folks. Yes, we've got some stuff to fix here. More than Mike's Mini. Let's see. We've got, I think I wrote them all down. Cool. 3439 with no power. 3434 has, let's see here. Uh-oh. Let's figure out what's up with 3434 here. 3434 sent in two of them. Oh, that's right. That's right. They said fix them at all cost. Let me see if I've got... I do. Okay, hold on. I will be right back. I gotta grab something. That's a space gray. I'm looking for a white one here. Perfect. I think we got something I can work with here. This might even work as is. Well, I just need to see what it's yep, okay, it's turning on. I just need a logic board for number 3434 coming up next. Put them up. So they've got two of them. We've got 3439 with no power. We've got Mike. And then 3462. Where's Jason? Jason. I'm supposed to get Jason's too. Huh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. I think we're ready to go here.
I'm having trouble.
Very cool. That is a good set of parts there for fixing people's pods up. Okay. What have we got here? We've got Mike's Mini. Actually, we've got 3 boards here now. What the heck's going on? That's a little different than what I left you guys with. So I was digging around my room. I knew I had another one of these logic boards for these minis sitting around. And it actually, funny enough, has the same issue. Same capacitor short near the CPU, just a couple caps over. The same area, just a different cap. Basically the same failure. It's a little sad because when I first got this HomePod Mini to try to fix it, I couldn't find it at the time. But after our little voltage injection trick that we learned on yesterday's stream, I spent some time the other night and practiced a little bit more on another parts board myself, and I was able to find, you can actually see it right there. You've got this whole vertical row, or I guess you should call it a column of capacitors here. Teeny tiny little guys right on the right side of that CPU. And you can see the bottom one there is not so shiny. That's because that's the one that shorted out and failed on this board in particular. Here is Mike's. You can see we've moved some stuff around and tried to find the short before we found it was this one. So same cap in this column, just further up. Quite interesting. And I do recall other people in my Discord server saying that they were seeing the same failures. So here's what we're going to do. Well, if we've got two minis here with basically the same issue, I'm sure we can get one of these working again between the two for Mike. And then, gosh, I really want to color this red. So, or, excuse me, whatever other color they might want. But red's one of the colors. I don't, there's no factory red minis, so I want to try. What we're gonna do is we're gonna let's try taking a cap off of my parts board and putting it on there, because I think that's all that's left. We've got to replace the inductor and a capacitor on this one, and that it should work again. So let's grab ourselves a replacement cap. Actually, you know what? I'm kind of tempted to just put the inductor back first and see if the darn thing turns on, because if it doesn't need it, what's the point? So that's what we're going to do here. Let me see how that inductor is oriented normally. Looks like we've got all dots pointing towards the main CPU, so we'll do that. Oh, it's gone. It's gone. Might have lost it for good there. Oh no. Where did that... Oh, I see it. I see it. We didn't lose it. So here's what we'll do. Since it wants to fly away, I'm not too surprised. I'm just gonna have to hold it down, huh? There we go. So let's see. Is that on there? Is it not going anywhere? Oh no, see, I didn't get it on there. I'll go ahead and put some good solder on there. Make this easier on ourselves. Hey, that's on there. There we go. I didn't like how close those were together, so I wanted to pull them apart. I think that's all right. Jason, what is up? Welcome back. All right, the moment of truth. Oh, this isn't factory reset, so it's not gonna just light up. I'm gonna need a touch board connected to this. I've got one somewhere. Got a whole set of parts for one of these floating around here. Where did I put them? Here we are. This should let us interact with it. Let's see, I think this goes on like that. Yes. All right. Power. Give it a second. Still nothing. Let me plug it into my Mac here really quick. Nothing on the Mac. Okay. Let's try replacing that capacitor. And if we can get this one of these turning on, then I'll be happy. Oh, come on. Alright, I guess I just need to use a bigger nozzle. Goodness, that was like, that was really stuck on there. Alright. Let's get this crap out of here. I'm done playing games. Oh no, I don't like that. Nope, we goofed it. We screwed it. At least this was my parts board. Well, if it's my parts board, I'll go ahead and take my parts. Oh no. I think maybe just maybe my tweezers are. Ooh, look at them. Oh, yeah. Oh, Nick. Oh, Nick. A catastrophe in the highest order. I'm so sorry. I failed you. Man. It's too small for me. My tweezers are too blunt. I'm gonna tap out on that. It's just way too close in there. And with my camera, I can't see. I need a better camera to see what's going on there, even with my special eyes. There's just there's so much going on in there, and I can't see it. And we've got too much else to fix here today, unfortunately. We're gonna move on for now. Thankfully, we don't have to like totally give up on this yet. We've got time to work on it. So, but I was hoping that we could have gotten this done here and today. I'm gonna put this all to the side for now. I will fix one of these minis with no power, I swear. I will. But today is not that day, I guess. Well, at least I've seen enough here. I can start giving other people direction on at least what to look for if they've got their own minis that they're trying to fix with no power. But man, best of luck to you if that's your problem. You know, we look pretty good, but a lot of the stuff that we do come across here in the big HomePods is a lot more spaced out, a lot easier to work on, if you ask me. I mean, you know, I turn around and we get other people sending us in their failed repair attempts on the full-sized HomePods and talk to us about how small all that stuff is, and it seemed all the stuff in the OG HomePod seems massive to me. That stuff is huge. Trivial to work with. The minis, oh man, some of that stuff, especially near the CPU, I'm sweating. Well, let's go ahead and move on to some stuff that we feel a lot better about here. And let's actually let number 3434 know that they are up here. I think two things went wrong there with the Mini. I think I was probably not patient enough. Maybe I need to get some newer, better tweezers here. But I think when I switched to the bigger nozzle on my hot air gun, that put too much heat into the board and everything around it, and made that CPU way too easy to bump and move. So, you live and you learn. Let's send number 3434 here a message and let them know they're up. And, alright. The first one we're going to do here is a brick. In the interest of time, I am not going to attempt to reball their NAND because we are on a little bit of a time, well, not really a time crunch. You know, it is the weekend, but it is the weekend, so I don't want to be working. When I've got a wife and kid to hang out with, and so much to do during the week already. But, alright, here we go. Let's go ahead and get ourselves a logic board for number 3434 here. It'll be a lot quicker for me to just grab another logic board than attempt to repair their logic board. And there's a chance it still might not work. Then we end up having to do this anyways. But we'll get ourselves a good logic board from this HomePod, and then we'll get this one apart all the way and do a little bit of maintenance while we're in there. yeah, what we need to do is we need to get a new microscope. We need a real microscope, because what I've got right now is not by any means a microscope. It is the Mokose USB 4K camera with the lens that it came with. And it works really good for what it is. But it's not a real microscope camera. And if I get a real microscope camera, I'm gonna spend the money on the one that Northridge Fix sells, because that anti-glare, oh man, that's magic right there. And it just, woo, it looks so clear up close. But those things are, oh, those are really expensive. I paid like $50 for my current microscope camera. Alright, we've got ourselves a good logic board here. Let's dig into 3434. Do a little bit of maintenance here while we're in. We're going to give it some new DC filters to prevent death farts and those common bass issues. Roasty subwoofers. We're also going to check the Schottky diode. If it's got one we know that goes bad and causes no power issues, we'll get that replaced. And then we'll wrap it up with a replacement subwoofer gasket, since the old foam ones will probably not last very much longer. Before we cap it off with a working logic board. We've already tried to restore the software on this one, the other stream, but it was giving us an error about the storage chip on there. And like I said, there's a good chance it's just the BGA. We could fix that, but that's a good extra 30 to 40 minutes of work just to find out whether that'll actually fix it or not. And that's a whole nother HomePod or two that we could fix, and we do not have all the time in the world here. In the future though, I mean, I keep all these old parts, obviously. I try to fix them. Well, if the HomePods slow down enough and we don't have too many other things to fix, then I'll start digging out all of the parts that I've kept over the years and start trying to crack the lesser common issues that we've been putting off. Well, okay, here is this guy. I'll stick that up in my special little corner where I keep boards that I want to try to fix and get working again sooner than later. There's a pretty good chance I can get that one working again, so. I did not attempt to reball this one. There was a couple streams ago. I think what we did with this one was we tried to restore it, and it didn't take the restore, and they didn't. They put down I'll decide after you diagnose it. So we diagnosed it, and then we reached out, and they said, yeah, go ahead and fix them both after the stream. So here we are. My flathead is in the living room. All right. Without this flathead, man, we would be so screwed. No pun intended. And you can't switch to Samsung because then you can't use your HomePods. Unless you feel like keeping an iPhone up all the time for controlling it. I mean, yeah, you could do everything through voice commands, but eh. A lot of what I want to do, I can't do through voice commands. Or a lot of what I want to play, it's like through YouTube or on my Apple TV. Mike might be working or sleeping, so if we happen to get through everything else up to Mike's, where's my T6? I'm gonna go insane if I have to grab one more tool here and it's not. Where I expect it to be. Okay. I was putting in a new lock last night. So, of course, T5, P5. My T6 isn't going to be here. Where the hell is my... Ah! I've got T5s. I've got T7s. I've got 2-hole iFixit kit. Well, of course I don't have the T6. Those are the ones that get chewed up. I guess I'll keep looking. I just genuinely do not understand where it could have gone. There's nowhere else. get like sucked up to one of the Mini's like subwoofers. I guess it's not a subwoofer, it's just a regular speaker, but like nonetheless, I am missing all of my T6 bits, all like 6 of them that I own. This is actually insane. I'm gonna lose my mind. Like, why was there a T7 on here? I do not remember putting a T7 on here. The things I do and don't remember. Got so many of these. How can I not literally just run across one of them, trip on one of them? How do they all disappear? I'm getting desperate. I'm getting really desperate. We're gonna use the crappy bits here. I can't keep wasting time looking for this. That really puts me in a bad mood. I got one. I'm gonna go let her know so she's not spending time looking. Oh, that sucks. Because I was gonna reach out to iFixit and try to buy more T6 bits from them. And you might be wondering, well, if you're seeing, this is why this one's a problem. I can't get it on this one. You might be wondering, well, if you're gonna buy more T6 bits, why do you need to find the one you got? Well, they don't sell T6 bits by themselves for some reason. So every time I reach out to them, I'm like, hey, my T6 bits have worn out. I really want to buy more. They refuse to sell me more, and they just send me warranty replacements instead. But I have to send them photos of my original ones to get the warranty replacements. So I'm screwed either way. If I can't find it, I can't get warranty replacements. I can't buy new ones. I'd have to buy a whole new iFixit kit, or just buy some other bits from some other kit somewhere else. And the T6 on the iFixit kit just fits the HomePod screws so perfectly. I've tried so many other bits from so many other kits, and everything else just has some kind of very small muscle memory problem when I'm cranking through these HomePods. So I'm very particular about my bits. Speaking of bits, where's my frickin' parts from Mouser UPS? I hope they didn't deliver them to the wrong address again. They keep delivering them to this house a block down the street. And like, we've been living here for like 5 or 6 years now. And this is just a repeat problem. That's why I got a UPS. One of the big reasons why I got a UPS mailbox, because they can't deliver stuff to my house. But they can usually get it to their store without a problem. Alright, we've got our filters replaced. Do we need a new Schottky diode? No, we don't. We've got a 42K date code on there. And nothing else stinks in here, so we'll get this put back together with a good working logic board. That should make this one happy HomePod. Ooh, I really don't like how this bit angles the screws. Getting them in there. Yuck. But I will say, you know, it being a fresh bit, even though it's a cheap, crappy one, it's working better than the iFixit one that I had on here before I lost it. Sorta. Maybe. Don't make me take that back. Dang, they're jamming out there in the living room. Oh, I've been looking for I think it's called an ambisonic or a spatial audio microphone. You know, one that's got like 4 microphones pointed in different directions. I've been really wanting to take different comparison videos of, you know, HomePod, SingCell, DeVLA, freaking Huawei, what have you. But you know, the best microphone I have around here at the moment is my Yeti Pro, and that's not going to do any of the spatial audio justice, let alone give any sort of decent, accurate representation of what it actually sounds like. No, I was looking at the Zoom H3X, I think is what it was called. You can get them used for under 200 bucks. They look pretty good, but I have no experience with them. Don't know if anybody else out there has played with spatial audio recording, has any say in it. I'm not trying to break the bank, but I do want something that will give people a pretty good representation. There's some nice looking ambisonic microphones out there. Dan, welcome back. I want to know a little bit about space. Yeah, I do. I do. It looks so wrong seeing one of these cheap gray bits on this iFixit driver. That's actually a bit that comes with my electric driver. And I've got an iFixit T6 in my electric driver. Because, you know, of course, they're great. But the bits that come with these, they don't last very long. So I just stuck a T6, I stuck one from an iFixit kit in there and called it good. What am I doing? What am I doing? Oh, come on. All right. Lore, hello, welcome. Seem like a new name around here. Hope your day's going well. Mine's going alright, and hopefully it's going to be going better here once we get this put back together and turning on. Off to a rough start for this stream. We kind of goofed up those minis. But not irredeemable, just can't spend any more time on them right now. At least we got a big old queue of stuff that we know we can get fixed here today. Starting with this one, got it a new logic board, gave it a little bit of maintenance to prevent it from coming back to us. Let's see if it's working. Let's see if we got that all good to go. And then we're going to do 3439 after their second one here, after this second one. Let's let them know they're up next. 39. Here we go.
I'm having trouble connecting to the internet.
Yeah, I bet.
I'm having trouble.
Well, that is all good and ready to go. We'll get it all reset, updated, ready to go for them. Here is number 3434's second HomePod. Nothing wrong with this one yet. Let's keep it that way. Get it apart, get it some new DC filters. We'll see if it needs a new Schottky diode as well. Give it a new subwoofer gasket. Get it all reset and updated if it's not already up to date. Oh, it was almost a perfect clean pull on that adhesive. I'll go ahead and stick it back down. No sense pulling it up if it's mostly still there. You don't need it if it's most of the way off, I'm going to rip it off and not bother replacing it. But if it's most of the way on there still, I'm going to try to reuse it. Why not? Why not either way? Hasn't caused any problems. The only problems it causes is people trying to get in. Oh man, it'd be funny to stick a face cam that only pops up on the screen whenever I'm grunting. Whenever I'm struggling. The struggle cam. All aboard the struggle bus. I'm your driver, Nick. Bye-bye, old foam. We'll replace it with solid rubber. Oh, you want me to stop real quick?
Yeah, if you don't mind,
Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
Alright, folks, we are going to take a quick break. We will be right back. Give us just a few minutes here. Alright. Oof. Sorry, folks. Had to give my wife a quick little break there. We are back, and you'll never guess what I found. This one's even better shape than the last one that I had, so, sayonara. Hello. Oh, well, that sucks for whoever literally just left this stream. We just got back, so here we go. Let's see, if I remember correctly, we were taking this one apart. I believe. Were we? Oh, no sense, checking here, let's see. I think we've only got the power supply. Yeah, we didn't do anything else to this yet, so. Who do we still have watching here with us? Is Stefan still here? Is Stefan still alive? Did Mike ever join us? Mike probably thought we weren't going to stream today because we streamed yesterday. All right. Here we go. It's got a 36K dated Schottky diode, so that doesn't need to be replaced. It looks like this will just need some new filters and a new subwoofer gasket. Let's get that all done. We got still got Stefan and Dan. Very nice. Appreciate the company. Streaming has always been, well, it's gotten less weird to me, but when I first started it, it always felt a little awkward. But it quickly became second nature. Now it's just like a normal thing for me. It's weird. But the fact that it's normal to me now is weird. Who just texted me? 439? Oh. Hope it's an easy fix. Don't you worry. It'll be no power. That's a slam dunk right there. Easy as it gets around here. Oh, well, you know, I already checked the diode. It's got a 42K date code. Let's get this put back together. Looks like your heat gun is okay. Yeah, I think it was the... Oh, what happened yesterday? Did so you were around to see it act up on me and then you left? But I flicked the power switch off and on a few more times and it turned right back on again. I have no idea. It's kind of weird. I've never had a power switch, a chunky power switch like this fail before. It's usually kind of like an on or off kind of thing. And it's a, you know, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if you know. I've never had that happen to me before. I don't know if it was, I don't think it was a problem with the switch itself. Maybe something else in there. Makes me a little nervous. But, oh boy, if I don't have a huge list of things that I need to replace or upgrade here. $60 Amazon Hot Eye rework station, of course. The $60 microscope camera, which is really just a 4K USB camera with the zoomed all the way in. It does a pretty good job for what it is, but we can do so much better. Where do I get all those capacitors? Oh, I get them all from Mouser. I get most of my components from Mouser. Your friend tried oh my... All you can do is be as good of an influence as you can with them. You may not be able to stop them. I had a friend like that. You just couldn't keep him away from... Like, weed and like the softer stuff is one thing. But like, ooh. That's kind of rough. That's like it's kind of touchy too, because you know, once they start doing it, then you try to get them to stop, and they're like, you know, they're real touchy about it, real defensive. And it starts off with the excuses or like whatever, making it not as real, not as serious as it really could get. And then it just becomes their life, their whole lifestyle. I had another friend who had no problems with it. They've done it like 2 or 3 times. I've never done it. I don't plan on it. But every time he's done it, he's gone crazy and freaking broken something of his body. Lots of better stuff out there if you absolutely have to mess around. Yeah, man, I feel that. And then as soon as you try to tell them that, and they're like, no, I'm not gonna, whatever. That's how it always starts. Gotta find something for him to do to take up his time. Oh, you accepted into your first round for... Oh, very nice. Congrats, man. One step closer. That moved along pretty fast, though. That was, for me, I don't have any idea about how long the process takes, but I would have expected it to take a lot longer than that. Usually a few weeks between each step. But I guess, they don't want you freaking graduating by the time they get you all ready to approved and ready. Okay. We'll make sure this is, yep. There wasn't anything wrong with it, but we just want to make sure we didn't break nothing there. We've got number 3439 here now, and Mike hasn't joined us yet. So we'll go ahead and move him back to the end of the line here.
I'm having trouble connecting.
Very good, very nice. I am so sorry about that. Okay. I need to get like a filter or something for my microphone so that way at least when I bump into it I'm not, I don't know what that sounds like. I'll have to watch the stream later and see what that sounds like. I'm so sorry though. Anyways. Here we go. We've got number 3439 with no power. Let's go ahead and let number 3462 know that they are up next. Alright, no lights, no power, couple of watts from the wall. Looks like a usual diode failure. Here we go. Why would I do that? Mike has given me so many nice flashlights and so much business. Why would I turn around and do such a mean thing to him like that? I mean, sure, the pods that he sends us are some of the most cursed, but... I'm perfectly cool. And I like to have the fun stuff every once in a while around here, keep things interesting. Where did that go? Oh yeah, thanks for reminding me. I'm gonna look at my camera. No, looks like we're not overheating anytime soon. Woofer looks okay. Its gasket not so much. We're gonna replace that with a new rubber one anyways, so no big deal. If you guys wonder where they go, they end up on my floor until I clean them up and throw them all away. That's one of the only things that I do throw away. I keep all the old filters, I keep all the old diodes, all the old parts. But those foam subwoofer gaskets, there's nothing I can keep them and reuse them for. I keep some of the old ones that are in better shape because I might try coating them in a rubber to make myself more replacement gaskets. That'll last longer. But for now, I've got a source for cheap enough replacements that I won't bother trying to do anything crazy like that. Here we go, a little bit of maintenance first. Some new filters to keep the death farts away. These love to go bad and roast subwoofer speakers as a result. Maintenance done. Let's get to the actual repair here for no power. We have got a 46K date code there. It doesn't actually look too bad. What do you want, Windows? What do you want, Microsoft? Restart to install the newest feature update. No, sir. I am streaming. You can restart later. Oh yeah, today's Sunday, isn't it? Shoot, I gotta get that TTS thing figured out. Sunday. Dang, I guess the weekend's almost over already. That didn't last very long. Yeah, there are 2 guarantees in life: taxes and Windows updates. I mean, realistically, workdays should just be whatever you're capable of doing and whatever works best for you. Generalizing and trying to make everybody work the same schedule doesn't work. I certainly would not really actually enjoy a 2-day work week with the rest of the days off. I find I find a lot of purpose and enjoyment in working and doing stuff. I'm not saying working for someone else, you know. I find you know, it's easy for me to say because we do Nix Fix and we fix a lot of stuff, but we get to do what we want to do and we're happy with it. You know, people need to be working. Society needs to move forward. We got to figure out how to make things better, how to make things last longer, how to make things worthwhile for future generations. Can't just sit around most of our time and fart around. But that doesn't mean that you gotta sit there and grind at something you don't enjoy doing. Again, really, really easy for us to say in my position, where I live, who I am. But in a perfect world, everybody would have, you know, whatever job they want. Believe it or not, there's people that, you know, some people enjoy, like, cooking food and flipping burgers and scooping sewers. And at the end of the day, if you pay them enough, anybody's willing to do pretty much anything. And if you're getting paid enough, a job that you might not have enjoyed doing, you might end up enjoying doing a lot more if you're getting paid enough. I don't know. Perfect worlds don't exist because they can't be had, so. But that's my perfect world. Because that's just the way it is, Daniel. Ooh. Classic YouTube video. I would not be offended at all if you left my live stream right now to go search on YouTube for Bowmaster Daniels and give that a watch if you want a good chuckle. Feel free to hang out with us and save it in a new tab until we're done with our stream here. But, oh, Bowmaster Daniels, that's one of my favorites from that guy. Classic. And we've got power. Let's get number 3462 up here. And we'll let Jason know that they're up next. All right.
I'm having trouble connecting to the internet. I'm having trouble connecting.
Very good, very nice. Let's get number 3462 over here. Get their name up. And see what we've got. Probably the same thing. Yep, no lights, no power. Couple of watts from the wall. That's a dead diode if I've ever seen it a few thousand times. Here we go. Filters first. We'll get these replaced so they don't come back for death farts. Dude, I don't know, Stefan. I was out today and there wasn't even anyone out driving. Like, there was no traffic. I think we might be the only people left. Like I Am Legend, but you, me, and Dan. Alright. Maintenance done. Let's knock out the star of the show here, that shorted Schottky diode. What date code do we have? 46K. Of course, as usual. Flux doesn't help us take this off. I'm just lazy and I'm putting it on there so I don't have to put any on there when I go to put the new diode on. Might as well since I've already got it in my hands. This will permanently prevent the problem from happening again, at least. The only reason these diodes failed was due to a quality control issue with the diodes themselves. It's not like it was an underrated part or a design flaw from that perspective. Let's get this put back together. You know, Stefan, that would, that might be true. That might be true. And that would explain why I have, like, literally not... I have 11 HomePods in my living room at the moment, packed up and sitting and just waiting for for people to pay for their repairs so I can send them back. And, yeah. I don't really care, because I know they'll eventually pay, and if they don't, then I've got more value in the HomePod than they would pay in the repair. So either way, it's a win-win for me. But I rather hope people pay for their repair and get their HomePod back and continue having the same kind of experience listening to their music again that keeps me fixing these things. Like, that's why I do it. I love how they sound, and I'm sure other people love how they sound too, and that's why we're still fixing so many of them all these years later. It's crazy to me to say all these years later. I mean, it's only been a few years, but still, that's a heck of a long time to be running a business almost solely dedicated to and specializing in a single Apple product of all things. And not just iPhones or MacBooks or laptops up for a smart speaker. It's just so crazy. There's no one else out there that runs their own business doing nothing but fixing smart speakers. And Apple got someone to do it with HomePods, if that says anything about how good these are. Here's Jason, and here's the last one that we're gonna fix today, since I think Mike is still either asleep or on another planet. And then we're gonna get out of here. We're gonna try to enjoy the rest of our weekend. Figure out what to do for dinner. I don't know what we're gonna do yet. But there we go. That is all fixed up and looking and working and sounding all the better. Here we go, Jason. They'd sent two of these, two HomePods. They actually dropped two HomePods off. They're a local, so they'll be getting a little discount because they didn't have to deal with shipping. Happy to ship them back. It won't be as much, but in any case, no lights, no power. Couple of watts from the wall. Happy to help anyone anywhere near me. I mean, I'm just as happy to help anyone around the world, really. Oh, that's so clean. Let's just take a second to appreciate how clean that looks all around. Okay, here we go. We're gonna keep it that way. Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, I feel like Mike might be working right now. Either working or sleeping. I don't know why. But I just have this feeling he's probably doing one of those two things. But I mean, we're 2.5 hours into our stream here. Nothing from them. I'm just gonna leave that there. I'm done with it for today anyways. Oh, what usually happens with people that don't pay for their repairs is I follow up with them after a few days, maybe a week, and then a few weeks later. And I'll have either somehow missed their payment notification and they didn't tell me that they paid, and they'll have paid under a different name. So of course I'm not going to correlate, because we're fixing dozens of these things a week. How am I supposed to tell what random name that sent me a standard repair fee is paying for? Unless the name matches, unless the first and last name matches what I have on record for a given repair, I can't usually correlate that. Wow, these ones are really dug in there. But anyways, either I missed their payment notification, they already paid, and I didn't notice, or they're out of town, or they didn't get my message. I've only ever once had someone abandon their HomePods, and it was one person that sent two of them in. No one else has ever abandoned their stuff. I take that back. I take that back. There is one other person that's abandoned their stuff, and it was not a HomePod. It's a MacBook. It's MacBook Air. Like a 2012 or 2015 MacBook Air. Somewhere around there. Unfortunately, someone else had already tried fixing it for no power. So it was going to be a big... it's going to be a big if we could get it fixed. And we couldn't. I tried all sorts of stuff, but ultimately ended up giving them an estimate for basically this, like they'd be paying the same whether we were going to be able to fix it or not, but we're just going to replace the logic board entirely and upgrade it at that with a nicer one. And they just never got back, and I followed up a couple of times. So I've got a MacBook Air, but that's the only things that have ever been abandoned here in the three-ish, little over 3 years that we've been working on mostly HomePod repairs and whatever else anyone's sent us. We've had one person with 2 HomePods that they abandoned. They just ghosted me. And we had that MacBook Air. And, for as long as I have the space and I'm not too busy and it's easy enough for me to, keep track of those people, they're always welcome to reach back out to me and pay what it would cost to get it fixed and get it back. But I don't have a problem if people just don't want to pay for it. Let me know. Either way, like, I'd rather know than sit here and worry about how you're doing if you're all right. You know, I shouldn't take it personally. I shouldn't worry about people, but I do. No, we're not fixing. We're not going to take a look at Mike's other HomePod today. We spent enough time on his Mini, and then, I mean, he's still not here, so. He also said take your time on the big one that he sent us that's up on the list there. There's no rush to get that one done, so. Might as well wait for him to be with us to get it done. And by no rush, I mean, like, he wouldn't be able to get it back until later anyways, so. Since he's not here, and I don't think he's gonna come across these particular few seconds of the live stream, he sent us, I mean, at this point, guys, the guy has sent us like 3 flashlights, and I know that the company sent him a bunch of these for free, but still, he could have not, and he could turn around and sell all these and make a bunch of money, but he didn't. He sent us these flashlights, and they're really, really nice. He sent us a Baton 3. I gave that one to my wife. He sent us a stick that's got a really cool print pattern on it. I've got that one clipped to my wallet. And then he recently sent us this one, the Arkfeld Pro. And I mean, this thing is all these flashlights are seriously sweet. At this point, like, I want to give him. He sent us not just the Mini, but he sent us a full-size space gray HomePod with the blinking volume buttons in, and he said, "Hey, I know you need space gray logic boards, and I don't care. So if you need it, if you can get it working, you can put a white HomePod's logic board in there to help someone else out. I just want a working HomePod back. So I'm gonna, we'll return him the favor. Don't anybody tell him, but we'll return him the favor and get him his OG HomePod all fixed up and sent back to him without charging him anything." You know, it'd be funny. What we should do is we should, since he told us to take our time, we should fix it without. It won't be a special repair, so I won't stream it, but I'll fix it and ship it back to him, and it'll just show up to him one day all fixed. But I'll keep telling him, we'll I'll wait until, I'll basically keep telling him, we haven't fixed it yet. Because you said wait, so we're waiting, and then it'll just show up fixed for him. return the favor. And I hate giving discounts out on repairs because what you're not paying for parts. The parts are only a couple dollars. You're not paying for shipping. I factor that into the price of the repair. You're paying for taxes and my time. I've got a full-time job and a wife and a kid. So everything that we do here is our free time and the time that I take away from them until I quit my day job. But we're not at that point yet, and I don't know if we'll ever get there. So I'm not ready to just jump ship from my day job. You know, this helps make life a lot more comfortable to live, but the day job is what keeps the lights on and keeps a roof over our heads and food on the table. So when we get to the point where we can charge $100, $200, $300 to repair people's stuff, I'll think about that. But it would be foolish for us to quit our day job and rely on HomePod repairs because, first of all, there's a finite supply of HomePods, and I feel like we've already fixed the bulk of them out there that will want to get fixed. So that would not be a good long-term path, financially speaking. But I have been taking on anything that anybody's been willing to send us, giving them an excellent deal on repairs if we can fix it. If we can't, I don't charge them. I try not to get destructive on things because I don't want to screw people over just because for the sake of me wanting to learn. That's the primary goal, is to get more experience and learn here so that I can offer more repair services for more things and charge more money and maybe one day make a living off of this. And I mean, nobody's making millions off of electronics repairs, right? You don't see Louis Rossmann driving around in a Lambo, I think. But I don't think he's even fixing stuff these days, so that might be a moot point. But anyways, I'm quite happy fixing things for other people, and it does such a huge benefit for me in my personal life. Obviously, like anything that breaks in my life, my first gut reaction is to try to fix it, not to freak out or try to save up some money. I want to try to figure out how to fix it. And I've got the tools. I'm gaining the skills. HomePods are easy. We had HomePods down before we bothered offering a repair service to people, but I'm talking stuff, anything else. And we've gotten to the point where I can say, most anything with no power, I feel really good about being able to fix. And just in general, if it's not no power, it seems like a lot of the issues that people have with anything else it's surprising how, like, I wouldn't say easy, but just once you have a basic familiarity with a lot of how these things work, you start seeing how common things are made and put together and operate. And like things feel, for lack of a better term, not so special. Maybe that's not the right way to put it. Maybe a better way to put it is things are much less of a black box. Things become much more of a white box. In terms of, if we're using like a software QA tester terms, I used to be QA software lead at my day job before I moved into the sales team supporting whatever they bring to me. But that's a term that they use in QA all the time, is black box versus white box testing. And that basically just means they're looking for black box testers that have no idea what the inside looks like. As far as they're concerned, this is just this black box, and they're there to mess with this black box to break it. And then you have white box testers. White box testers, or I guess to give an easier understanding of the analogy here, or the metaphor, clear box testers have an understanding of how things work on the inside, the flow of data and power, or how things are moving. But we got pretty white box on these early on. But right now we're getting pretty, I feel pretty good about most things that show up that aren't HomePods now. 2 or 3 years ago, not so much. But now, the only things that I can't do would be some of the finer trace wire work, like ripped pads that need replacement trace wires run. I need to work on that, practicing that kind of stuff. Oh, Mike is here. Mike is. Oh, Mike, your timing, man. We're gonna save yours. We're gonna save yours for maybe tomorrow or Tuesday, since you said no rush, right? But we tried to fix your Mini. Oh, we got close, but I goofed it, dude. I goofed it. I just keep bumping stuff. My big clumsy tweezers. It's a very, very compact space there, but it's not irredeemable yet. There's still, I can still see a light at the end of the tunnel. But I spent a little too much time on your Mini trying to fix it again at the start of our streams, so running a little later than I wanted today. Good news is, at least we found the short and we were able to remove that. So we're so close. But it won't turn on without replacing those caps. I was really hoping it would work without them, but it won't. So we tried to replace them, and ended up just bumping too much stuff around it. So we have to take some time and rebuild the area. But oh, I want to fix it. I want to fix that so bad. I want to be able to fix it so that I can say that we fixed it, and then we can put the info up and hopefully help other people fix theirs. I'm probably not going to offer a standard repair service for HomePod Minis, because it's quite tricky work for a product that does not cost nearly as much, so it makes a lot less sense for people to pay as much for a Mini to get repaired as a full-size HomePod. But that's tough for us because it takes as much, if not more, effort and time. So at the very least, I could make a few good examples of it, put the info out there, and I'm happy to help recycle any of the minis that people don't want to try to fix themselves. But I probably won't take any of them for repair. Would this make the first mini I've rescued? From an actual board repair perspective, yes. I have fixed one other mini before. I've fixed 2 minis before. One was one that just needed a replacement power cable. I can't really consider that a real fix. I really only charged him for the parts. And Mr. Brick. And I didn't even do anything with him. He just literally decided to work one day after sitting on our desk doing, just boot looping for years. All right, folks. Oh, I am hungry. I have not eaten today. I have actually not eaten today. But we got them all fixed up. Very good, very nice. We're gonna save Mike for another day, and we're gonna head off and go enjoy the rest of our weekend here. Figure out what to eat. Hello? Hello, hello. He was booting up just a second ago. We'll give him a second to think about it. Do not suspend me like that right when I'm about to leave. But yeah, that would pretty much make the first mini we would have. I mean, I'm gonna consider it fixed in my heart, even though we didn't really get it fixed. To me, we found the problem, and that's fixed enough for me.
I'm having trouble connecting to the internet. For more info, check the Home app. I'm having trouble connecting.
Alright, folks. I hope you all enjoyed this live stream repair, and I hope to catch you in the next one. Goodbye.